Welcome to Trinity Stamps Greatest Friend on Earth release. My name is Kelly, the Sunshine Crafter, and we have some amazing new Trinity Stamp products to share and awesome inspiration from the design team. So today is part of a video hop, and I'm going to be creating this card from the stamp set called First Bloom, and I just love this stamp set. It has matching coordinating dies sold separately, but in this video I'm just going to be focusing on the stamp set, and I love this die set. However, I'm not going to be using it. I took a change in my direction and I wind up going a different route. So I'm using my favorite black ink, my Memento, my little fussy cut scissors here, some full sticky back Post-its. I have other masking paper, but this one's fine for the job. A Memento, what do they call that? Tidy towel type thing, and a towel. So, moving on, I'm taking my Neenah Cardstock, and this is also a pen I'm going to be using, and you should have something like this when you're masking, because a lot of times you get that little gap between the image and the masking. This pen like this comes in handy. So I'm going to just begin by stamping this out on my Neenah Cardstock. I believe it is 80 pounds for this image. And I'm just going to lie that, make sure it's dry real quick. I mean, the Memento, I've done a test on all black inks. That one requires no heat setting, but just in case, I just did it real quick. And I am an awful fussy cutter. So not much to see here, folks. Really not. I'm just cutting the best I can, the image. And I didn't cut the whole thing because I'm only needing to mask the top left and the bottom right of this image, because I just wanted to add a few more leaves to create a larger simple mask, to make a bigger image. Now I'm peeling that off, and you'll see the little gap there? That was my fault because I didn't fussy cut good enough. So this is where that pen comes in handy. It is Copic friendly, and it's a Micron, I believe it's an 08, I believe. And it'll be linked below. And I just filled in where there was a gap. So that's why these pens are great for things like this, especially if you do masking a lot. I don't mask a lot, but I really enjoy it, so I don't know why I don't do more of it. Anyway, so now I'm taking a smaller image and I'm going to create just the same thing again. Simple masking with my Post-its, and I just turn my cardstock so I can do easy, multiple stamping quickly. I'm just cutting that out, laying it on the image, and then I'm going to continue to stamp. I believe it's 1, 2, 3 of them, and then a little bit in the background on the edges, just so it doesn't look so empty. I got a little black smudge there, and it was a pretty significant one. Yeah, usually I can erase it with this eraser, but unfortunately it was a little bit too much of an ink smudge, so I took out the big guns and I used my X-Acto knife, and I just tried to remove some of it as much as possible, and I wasn't completely successful. So I said, you know what, the heck with it, I'm just gonna cover it up with a embellishment, and that's what but I really tried to lighten it as much as I can. So now my sentiment, I'm going to use this older Trinity stamp set. It's called Sunflower Bouquet Builder, and I'm just using my alignment guide here to get my sentiment on there straight. And I'm using the Hello Friend, Thinking of You from that set, and these are the Copics I'm going to be using. Now, I am by no means a Copic colorist. If that's what you're looking for, I'm not your gal. But I do enjoy it, and I like doing the flicks. I just start with my lightest color. I usually use 3 or 4 shades depending on the size of the image, and I'm just lightly flickering. I'm not going to show you the entire card because it's basically the same, but I'm going to keep it in real time here just so you can see. I'm just flicking, lightly flicking, and I leave some of the edges white. I don't color the entire image. I like the way that looks with the little flicking, and you know what? It requires no skill coloring skill, blending skill whatsoever. So, and I really think the results come out really actually quite lovely. So you're going to see me here again just turning my cardstock, just lightly flickering with the tip of the Copic marker. And then I go to my next color, my next darker color. And again, I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm not going out as far. I come in, as each color gets darker, I come in closer to the center of the image. I don't go out as far, otherwise I just wind up coloring over what I just did. So I just keep doing that, and I'm just going to speed this up because it gets redundant. The colors I used and the markers, if you're interested, will be linked below. So if you like the color scheme that I used, I'll have them down there. But again, there's my darker one, and I did the same thing. Again, I leave some outer edges white because I like the way that looks. Now I'm going to go ahead with my leaves, and again, starting with my lightest green and doing the flicking almost all the way to the edge, but not quite there. Just leaving a little bit of, tiny bit of white space. And then I realized, oops, I forgot a part of the pink flower, so I just colored that in quickly. So once the green is done, I did the same thing, so there's no reason to see it over again. It's just the same flickering as you can see here, just so you can get an idea. And I left a little bit of white. So once that's done, I'm going to trim my panel down, just so I can have a black mat underneath it. And now this trimmer's nice because each little block, each little square is a 1/4 inch. So I just go in like 1/8 on each side, and this way it comes out even. It's 1/4 inch around. And then I'm just going to glue my black cardstock down onto my A2 card base, which is 110-pound Neenah cardstock. And now here's the thing. I made a mistake, and I didn't film my T-ruler going. I used my Micron pen, and I went around the edges, and I made a border along the edges. And unfortunately, I don't know what happened. My camera didn't film. Maybe I hit pause and I didn't hit play. I don't know. But that was my mistake, and I apologize. But what I did was just take the T-ruler and make a line with my Micron pen. It's very simple. Then I took a Glaze pen, not a black jelly roll, but a Glaze, because the Glaze gives a little bit dimension. It's a little bit more raised than the black pen, and you just push down and ink comes out. So I made my own black splatter that way. Then I took a little bit of shimmer pen and just put a little shimmer in the insides of the flower. And then I took a white and a pink. This is this pink pen is a Souffle pen, which gives, it's like a 3D dimensional marker, and it gives a little bit of bumpy edges. Now I want to show you this. Look at this Trinity Stamp goodness. Oh my lordy. All of these are different baubles from Trinity Stamps, all different colors, and these are just pearls, or baubles, whatever you want to call them, all flat backs, and they're just stunning. On one card, I made 2 cards, one with the fortune teller and baubles, and one with just the clear droplets. And those were the 2 cards I made. You're gonna see the pictures at the end, but these are the 2 cards here. And that's that. And the Glaze pen helped me cover up that ink mistake as well. Because, you just got to embrace the mistakes and just move on with it, make it work for you. So those are my 2 cards. Don't forget that this is part of a video hop, and please hop on in the video description below. You'll see the next channel to hop along, and each time you comment is an entry for prizes to win for Trinity Stamps. The release is live, and the hop ends May 7th, and the Trinity Stamps blog on May 9th will have the winners. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you guys have a great day, and don't forget, stay crafty. Bye-bye.